Being here. Appreciate this. Thank you, panelists, for coming and talking, and especially thanks for crossing the Great Divide. Yeah. and appreciate. I've missed working with John over there. So, but today we're rolling out our bicameral and bipartisan Harvest Price Subsidy Prohibition Act. This is a bill that would prevent taxpayer-subsidized premium support for what can be only referred to as a Cadillac crop insurance option. Now, to be clear, this legislation leaves in place traditional crop insurance policies that are provided largely at taxpayer expense to provide farmers from to protect farmers from anticipated and catastrophic losses. But what this legislation does is it puts an end to taxpayers being on the hook for a program that, according to an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal, by Bruce Babcock and Vince Smith here, it would, and we'll hear from Vince later, it creates an opportunity for windfall profits. Now, in a nutshell, crop insurance policies allow farmers to recoup losses that they might have realized based on the price projected at planting time. HPOs are the same as a standard policy, except for one significant and costly difference. If the actual price at harvest ends up higher than the estimated price used to calculate the policy at planting, the revenue guaranteed is calculated using the higher price. And as a plethora of billion-dollar subsidy programs have come under fire, we've seen a shift toward creative ways to help to use the taxpayers to cover this guaranteed revenue. But instead of revenue insurance, I would simply call this taxpayer-funded profit insurance. Now, when the last Farm Bill passed, we heard a number of members say, hey, we're fiscally conservative. This Farm Bill is actually going to save the taxpayer money. Unfortunately, these claims have ended up being all hat and no cattle because of projected subsidies, and the projected cost of the program is higher than ever. Just to give you an example, when I went 2 years ago in, was it May of 13, and tried to amend the Farm Bill to take out this subsidy, the taxpayer subsidy in the harvest price option, CBO had given a projection that it would save $9 billion over 10 years. But what we've seen in terms of that program and the cost of that program, just since that time, now CBO is saying that getting rid of the taxpayer subsidy for this costly program would save $19 billion. So we've seen farmers take advantage of this, and frankly take advantage of the taxpayer in an extreme way. This legislation is supported by a number of stakeholders, people like Club for Growth, R Street Institute, Heritage Action, American Enterprise Institute, National Taxpayers Union, Taxpayers for Common Sense, Council for Citizens Against Government Waste, Environmental Working Group. Let me just reiterate, this bill would simply stop taxpayer dollars from subsidizing the premiums of these HPOs. Farmers who truly want this exceptional profit insurance could continue to purchase it, but they would do so without subsidies from the taxpayer.